I saw some things that popped up. For instance, Captain Jack used psychic paper to con the Doctor when he first came, and psychic paper had popped up in that scene.
The psychic paper is
So
back.
are there anything you can talk about, new gadgets that are coming?
What new gadgets do we have?
Like he's going to tell me.
Stuff that, well, the stuff that we make, you know, specific to situations. I don't think we've got any new kind of running gadgets. I've probably forgotten something terribly fundamental.
Is it
I don't think we
true or
do.
untrue that K9 makes an appearance?
K9, week 3, episode 3. K9 is back.
Fantastic.
K9
Just the same?
and Sarah Jane Smith.
Oh.
Who, of course, was Elizabeth Sladen, who was
Yes.
brilliant back in the 70s. So Sarah Jane comes back, and of course
Is it still Elizabeth Sladen?
It's still Elizabeth Sladen.
Somebody told it. I mean, at the Insider, someone said to me that filming that scene, you found it kind of surreal, as did she, because you were looking at someone you watched as a child, and then all of a sudden, but you have to get the relationship. The Doctor's seeing her many years later,
and in a way, that was sort of easy to play, because I remember her mid-70s was when I started watching the show. I'm 34, so that was kind of my time. So suddenly, there's Sarah Jane, who I have all these kind of very affectionate memories from. So you could kind of plug that into the Doctor's psychology,
And
really.
that Doctor was Tom Baker?
That was Tom Baker, yeah, which is when I started watching it.
Do you know, I did an interview with Tom Baker once, years ago. He read a book through the entire interview. I was that interesting. So thank you, another Doctor who hasn't done that to me.
I've got a magazine just on
he was a masterful Doctor Who, but
Yeah.
the brilliance about it is that the constant regeneration means that every fresh actor can put what he wants into it.
Well, there's nothing kind of wrong. Yeah, the Doctor can kind of be whatever you want him to be. It's not like Tarzan or Sherlock Holmes or one of these parts where you're kind of reinventing the wheel.
Or James Bond.
Or James Bond, yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah,
but
very
Doctor Who's
tough.
not so tough in that sense.
It's sort of it's kind of up to you to be a bit different, actually,
Yes.
and bring a bit of yourself to it.
Now,
one thing that does happen with it, you get figures made of you.
You do.
And David, there's a couple here. And
Yeah.
they did the photography for my figure a couple of weeks ago.
The
which
Captain
was
Jack figure
Captain
is
Jack
imminent.
figure. But I think these are absolutely fantastic.
Good, aren't they? Yeah.
You've got a couple of the Doctor. One in your long
Well, I spend sort of
overcoat,
as much time out of the coat as in it, so I think they figured they had to do it twice.
and one in your pinstripe suit.
And these are the Sycorax? Is that
Sycorax.
Sycorax, and this was from the Christmas invasion.
Yes.
So this was
Yes.
your first enemy, really.
It was, yeah.
We've got Slithen.
Slitheen.
Oh, I haven't got my glasses
Oh.
on. Slitheen, sorry.
Slitheen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
good.
And there's Cassandra.
we
comes
love
out.
Cassandra.
He's there on Saturday night, yeah.
Now, is there a chance that we're going to see Cassandra as she was before this skin stretch?
Well, you certainly see, as you saw in the clip, Cassandra's back looking like that.
Yeah.
But we might also have a little bit of a time jump. We might get to see Cassandra in the full embodiment of Zoe Wanamaker, not just her voice.
right.
Going back?
Yeah, yeah.
And in episode 2 you go back to...
Episode 2, we go back to 1879, and we encounter Queen Victoria on her way to Balmoral. There's a story with a quite extraordinary werewolf that the incredible guys at the mill who do all our CGI work have created this extraordinary werewolf. Yeah. And Doctor Who's never had a werewolf before.
No.
Which
Nope.
really, it's not before time.
Well, werewolves were around the 19th century, weren't they?
Exactly,
Yes,
that's kind
you
of where
know,
they live.
But
yeah.
also, you can use your real accent for a change.
Exactly. Yeah, he goes back to Scotland, so he fits in with the natives.
Okay.
And Rose has a go too, but her accent isn't quite so successful.
But we won't mock Billy for that one. No.
How is Billy? I know she wasn't very well today.
Well,
Otherwise she'd have been here.
we finished filming about a week and a half ago, and I immediately got ill. As you do when you've been
Yes.
working for 9 months, and you've managed to get through it without a
Yes.
sniffle, so suddenly your body
You get
collapses.
the bugs and...
And I had this whole gastric thing. We don't need the details.
Oh, no.
But
Well, maybe
it's
for
a bit
later,
like-
because we have a bit later about bowel cancer, so we might be able to
Really?
work that in. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
it was I lost about 15 stone in a night. It was a bit like
Did
I
you?
felt like I was in Tenko.
I'd like that, but...
But unfortunately, I got better, and I seem to have given it to Bill. She wanted to be here today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she sends everyone her love, and
Well, we've
I
sent
think she's
her our
at
love.
home. There she is.
There she
There
is, the
she
girl.
is, lovely
She
Billy.
promises she's at home watching us.
Now,
So,
what
hi,
about
Bill.
snogs with her? I mean, we've had one, I think, haven't we?
There is a bit of a kiss on Saturday night. Yeah.
On Saturday night.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's not going to be... Doctor Who can't have a wife. He can't have a live-in lover.
It's not kind of his thing, is it? I
No.
mean, the relationship with the Doctor and his companion is always everything but sex, I think, and I think we've got to preserve that. But yeah, they're kissing on Saturday night, so you'll have to tune in to find out why.
If he did, when Captain Jack came back in Series 3, he would put up a good fight to
Yes,
pull
we
whoever
are.
was their way. I think that
I
would
think
be
for
quite
my
fun.
sons,
Yeah.
the kissing will be more scary than anything else.
A quick fight. David, did you know you were voted Pink Paper's Sexiest Man in the Universe.
Yes, I did.
Not the world, the
know,
universe.
I know.
And according to this,
Quite
also,
categorical.
it says that Sophia Miles, your girlfriend, she said that she would carry a doll of you in her handbag.
Oh.
So, does she have one in her handbag?
You'd have to ask her.
Bless her.
Not yet.
Listen, we'll be glued Saturday night. Thank you very much, David. Lovely to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
Doctor Who is back.